Now listen up, alright? Mind your manners around the dignitaries and don't forget to smile. One critical mistake in front of them could wind up costing any of us our job. Oh, actually, I did not go to the CPA. One moment. I also lost my car. Okay. Here. I just want to see if we can talk to Yuna. Or if any of the foreign dignitaries are here. Because this would be a good place for them to randomly pop up at. Okay, no one. You're here. Okay, you don't have anything important to say though. What about you? This academy's curriculum runs for about 6 months straight, classes are divided, blah, blah, blah. Okay. What about the prison? Can I interact with the prison? No. Okay. Well, now we know. Just a quick little trip. Alright, Dudley, I'm here. We're scheduled to meet up with Dudley on the first floor at noon. We still have a little bit of time, but maybe we should head in now. Upon entering Orcus Tower, you'll be unable to buy new equipment or items or upgrade your orbments. Additionally, be warned that all outstanding quests will expire. I mean, it's fine. I saved. If we crash and burn, we'll reset. I like the soundtrack so far. Wow. Get a load of this place. It's like high-tech meets fancy living. This feels even more futuristic than the IBC building. It sounds like music that you hear playing in Disney World. Just saying. Every floor is wired up to the Orbital network as well. There's also a direct line to the IBC for instant updates on stock market prices. I heard about that. Uncle Dieter insisted on it. A true economist to the end. He has banking on the brain, even as a statesman. Well, all we can do now is wait for Dudley to come pick us up. The conference isn't open to the general public, so why don't we have a seat over there? The same day, at noon. There you are. Hello, Dudley. We're here for our assignment. It's noon sharp. The trade conference begins at 1 p.m. As for the dignitaries, they'll be here in around 30 minutes' time. Got it. Where should we make our way for now? In that case? I would have preferred to familiarize you with the venue myself, but there's been a change of plans. I came to let you know that someone else will be showing you around. Someone else meaning... Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming today. The mayor is going to guide us. Interesting. Mayor Croix. Uncle. Ellie Lloyd. How long has it been? A few weeks or so? Hello to you too, Wazy and Noelle. Ah, and it's been far longer since I've seen you, Randy. Tio, welcome back. Appreciate it. It's good to see you again. Yes, it is. But what are you doing here? The conference starts in less than an hour. Is it really okay for you to take the time out to greet us? Nonsense. The preparations are just about finished. We're simply waiting for the dignitaries to arrive in the meantime. I thought showing you around the building would make for a good break of sorts. I trust this is all right with you, Dudley? As you say, Mr. Mayor. Poor Dudley. See to it that you don't do anything to embarrass yourselves in front of him. Once you're done, come to the security command room on the 34th floor. Understood. They're all yours, Mr. Mayor. I'll see the rest of you soon. You have my gratitude. He's a talented detective, but a little inflexible, isn't he? Though perhaps it's that particular quality that makes him so good at his work. The First Division does have a reputation for doing things by the book, after all. And where are my manners? I forgot the most essential of all tour procedures. Ladies and gentlemen of the SSS, welcome to Orcus Tower. Follow me if you would. The floor is very shiny and reflective. I don't know that that is good for our members who have skirts on. Same as ever. Yes, and the apple we call Mariabelle didn't fall far from his tree. Maybe, but it is nice of him to show us around personally before the conference. Sure is. Let's take him up on his offer. This flooring really was a choice. In just 1 hour, the main session of the conference will finally begin. I'll be down here handling communications between city officials during the proceedings. The thing is, I'm a tad nervous. This whole event is going to be a lot of responsibility. Hello everyone, this is the Orcus Tower reception desk. The security command room upstairs has told us to help with whatever you may need today. So please let us know if you need our assistance in any way. The General Affairs First Division is tasked with the management and operation of Orcus Tower. In other words, it was our duty to see that the conference and waiting rooms for today were fully prepared. Things have been hectic for a while, but we finally managed to finish up just a bit ago. Praise be to IDOs that we managed to finish preparing in time for the conference. I don't want us to rest on our laurels just yet, but all we can do for the moment is await the start of the proceedings. Okay. There are 3 elevators? Now you're just showing off. Well, the building is 40 stories tall. And just for the record, there are actually 6 elevators if you count the ones reserved for private use. It's impressive. Keep in mind that we don't have time today to visit every floor. Sadly, we'll have to limit ourselves to those related to the conference. Now, without further ado, let us begin with the 34th floor, where the security command room is stationed. After you. We're like actually getting a tour. I see. I heard the same from Dudley. It's quite a tricky situation we find ourselves in. Oh, we're warning Dieter. That's good. Yeah. The Jaegers and Heiyu are cause for concern, not to mention whatever it is the Imperial and Republican governments are up to. On top of that, there are terrorists aiming to take the lives of 2 heads of state. And that isn't even including yesterday's mystery hacker. Would I be right in assuming that the stolen blueprints originated from one of your processing units? Regrettably, yes. It would appear a sub-terminal of Orcus Towers was hacked into. After the IBC was hacked months ago, I had our systems department boost their anti-hacking countermeasures. But clearly, it wasn't enough. When you think about it though, hacking isn't exactly the most commonplace skill. Yep. The most logical culprit would have to be someone with ties to the Epstein Foundation. Chief Roberts is currently looking into that possibility. Though my intuition tells me that isn't the case this time. No matter. All we can do is wait for the results of his investigation. A Jaeger Corps, a crime syndicate, the looming threat of terrorists. There's plenty to worry about already. What's most troublesome, however, are the motives of a number of our esteemed dignitaries. In other words, what some of the leaders are hoping to gain from the conference. You saying you're suspicious of the people you yourself invited? I have no misgivings about Princess Claudia or Prince Olivert, mind you. And the Grand Prince of Remiferia has given me no reason to doubt him either. Chancellor Osborne and President Rocksmith, however, are another matter entirely. The leaders of the two major powers. They have the most to gain from controlling Crossbell's future. Have they tipped their hands on that front already? Quite the opposite, actually. We've already sent preliminary proposals for various treaties and accords to each country ahead of the conference. Both sides have reacted suspiciously favorably toward everything we've suggested thus far. The way they're behaving, you would think those two were all for equitable growth in Western Zemuria. That seems unlikely, to say the least. The Empire and the Republic tend to clash over even the smallest issues. Correct? These sudden shifts in disposition make me all the more uncertain about how this conference might unfold. I've already prepared for the worst case scenario, mentally speaking. That seems wise. So, on top of all the immediate danger, we're stuck in a political trap, too. Times like this are when I'm glad to have Speaker McDowell to lean on. How long is this elevator ride? Does it go on forever? There's only 40 floors. If we play our cards right, we should also have the support of the Burl and Remiferia during these negotiations. Come what may, my heart is steeled. The only thing more I can do is pray that Idios is in our corner as well. Uncle. It's hard to believe you have even more on your plate today than I realized. I'm sorry to take up your time with this tour. We didn't ask him to give the tour, he volunteered. Don't mention it. On the contrary, I won't relish the opportunity for a nice change of pace. That's why I insisted that I be the one to show you all around. Well, when you put it that way, it would be our honor, Mr. Mayor. We haven't even officially started the tour yet. Heck yeah. We're down if you are. That's what I like to hear. Ah, perfect timing. We've arrived. At not even the top floor, the 34th floor. You should have worked on building faster elevators instead of making this tower as fancy as it is. It's worthless if you waste your entire life going up an elevator. Absolutely amazing. Boy, it is. Get a load of that view. I'm glad you all find it as satisfying as I do. This is the 34th floor, where much of the staff will be on standby during the trade conference. Are you ready to have a look around? Lead the way, Mr. Mayor. Here, we have the security command room, and there's the press room Next door. What are those things on the wall? They look like in some bathrooms, like public bathrooms, they're like little fold down things that look like those that you can like put your bag on while you go to the bathroom. That's what these look like to me. There will be a company of guardsmen from the CGF on the floor below in the event of any terrorist infiltration. Right, I remember being briefed about that. What are they for, though? I bet they're gonna send the best the CGF has to offer. I suppose the press room is where Grace will be spending all of her time? You mean that reporter from the Crossbell Times? That's right. I believe I saw her name on the list, so we can expect she'll be attending. If she wasn't invited, she would have broken in. Nothing would have stopped her. Bear in mind that the press aren't permitted to leave this floor, with the exception of the press conference or any scheduled interviews. Sounds reasonable enough. It's necessary. Sometimes reporters can get a little pushy for a surprise Q&A session, enough to slip past security even. Grace likely accounts for most of those instances, if not all of them. I can already picture us dragging her away from somewhere she's not supposed to be. Allow me to take the opportunity to show you into this room. Are they supposed to be lights and they're just really awkward looking? I'm still distracted by these weird wall things. Well, no. This is more my kind of place. It looks like a break room, but it's so spacious. Precisely. This is the lounge I had prepared for you. For the conference. I need a drink. Hold on. So much reading. Feel free to use it yourselves during your downtime. Thank you. We'll be sure to. We could always stop by for tea later. Let's head to the next floor, shall we? We're going up the steps. Is this an emergency stairwell? Looks like the way going down is sealed off, though. Normally, you'd be able to use these stairs to descend all the way down to the first floor. However, we've sealed them off in preparation for the conference. Only the stairs between floors 34, 35, and 36 will be open. In other words, it's a security measure. What do people do in the case of emergency? Say, if an earthquake occurs. Should such an event come to pass, the gates on the stairwell will automatically open. I see. Which just goes to show that no security plan is foolproof. Not when we have to account for the unexpected. True. We'll do our part to cover any possible gaps. Devising anti-hacking protocols will be a necessity, it seems. Since we're here, why don't we take the stairs? Next stop, the 35th floor, home to the International Conference Room. International Conference Floor. Oh. Is this it? That's right. Before you is the stage upon which world leaders will pursue the elusive dream that is diplomacy. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the International Conference Room. It's incredible. I've never seen anything like it. You must have had to take a chunk out of the next floor up with how high this ceiling is. As it so happens, the 36th floor was designed in the shape of a U, so as to accommodate the conference room. The antechambers on either side will house the staff of each respective dignitary. Their personal security details will be on standby there as well. That's smart. Well, they all have to go somewhere, don't they? Let us move to the final floor of our tour, shall we? The VIP floor. Ooh, fancy. The rooms prepared on this floor will be provided to the dignitaries participating in the conference. Allow me to show you around. After you. I feel like perhaps having them all on the same floor is a bit of a mistake. I feel like each nationality should be on their own floor, so as not to cause any problems. Whoa, check this place out. Talk about swanky. If you gave me a room like this, I don't think I'd want to leave it. This one will serve as a waiting lounge for Prince Olivert's. There are rooms in the West Wing as well, one assigned for each visiting participant. They also double as spaces to cool one's head should things get too heated during the conference. That makes sense. Are these rooms fitted with orbital cables as well? That's right. We requested that the wiring be inconspicuously installed. Now then, why don't we put the other rooms aside for now? You see, there's one final place I'd like to show you.